Africans?
What is African culture? You wash your kid's head in cow pee. You know, I see a lot of Africans, they bend their head under cows and let cows piss on their head. Y'all don't even live past 35. The oldest African in Africa right now is probably 42.
We not from Africa, we are natives. It's our land, we all know about the slave ships.
African Americans are not from Africa. Colored people, black people are not from Africa. We are not the same.
When you hear black history, we're not talking about anyone from Africa. We're not talking about anyone from the Caribbean islands. We are talking about foundational black Americans.
And as a matter of fact, we no longer go by African American.
See, me personally, I've never went by African American.
I am not an African. I am a black American.
Speak English over in America. Let that sink in. That's our language. What's wrong with that? Everybody don't talk like.
What I'm saying is that my immediate ancestors are American.
Oh, yeah.
Mine.
Are they black?
They're black, but they're not African. So
Another day of me pointing out the hypocrisy that is Africans. You'll ask Africans and they'll say black people have no culture, right? But if you look at all the African artists, right? Especially the male, you see Atlanta. You see New York, literally. If you look at Burna Boy, you can see somebody who literally blueprint copied Future. His whole entire thing is Future. You look at Davido, he is literally, whole brand is an identity of Atlanta. Literally. You look at Rema, whichever way you pronounce it, Travis Scott.
Why are you crying? These tethers say I'm not indigenous. Look, remember who you are. You are an FBA. You're not an immigrant. You cannot be deported. You were mixed in with the Aborigines.
We're African people racially. Ethnically, we are a different group. Ethnically, we're foundational black Americans. I acknowledge my African racial inherent DNA and the connection I have with other African descended people globally. We have a connection as far as intrinsic race and biology. So I acknowledge that. No problem with that. When I travel to Africa or any other place where there are black people, I see a commonality with that.
There is no such thing as diaspora wars. Everybody that's black in the world just hate on black Americans. That's it. They look on TikTok and they got information from their government or whatever, and they just want to talk about us. That's it. And think they better than us. We the main character. We don't give a fuck. We literally don't even know nothing about none of y'all, and y'all always coming for us. But at the same time, always want to be like us. It's just crazy. Rapping? What are y'all rapping for? Even the way they wear their wigs. Oh, wigs came from here. Yeah, you didn't wear them like us. We don't even do nothing y'all do, but y'all always copy us. Keep on learning about us. Well, never ever come here, and if you do, you still hate when you get here. And we still will never know nothing about y'all. It's amazing how we really don't care about nothing y'all got going on. Keep hating, so y'all the only ones at war.
I'm a black American. My family has been here since the 16th century, and we are African people. Everything that we do is African. I clean my ass because I'm an African. I use soap on my legs because I'm African. My family cooked food in a pit. We barbecued pigs in pits because we're African. We throw roots because we're African. I went to church and caught the Holy Spirit because we're African. White people don't catch spirits. We're African. We are African. Black Americans are African. I've decided that for the rest of the day, in the next 2 days, maybe the next week, I am only going to post videos debunking FBA, Black American superiority, Sulan nonsense. We are African. We are African. We are African. Black Americans are African.
African Americans are not from Africa. Colored people, black people are not from Africa. We are not the same. We are the indigenous people of these lands. Right? When Columbus came here, we were the people that he saw. Copper colored people, twisted up hair, look just like me. But the thing is, a lot of people around the world are very upset of this revelation. which doesn't make sense, because why do y'all always pick and choose when to be our enemy and when to not be our enemy? When we rapping and singing and dancing and playing basketball and football and baseball and all these other things, y'all love us. Oh my gosh, look at them. They're so great. Look at how they do it. Yeah, look at them dancing. But the moment we start speaking on how to better our people, better our communities, y'all turn against us. Y'all shut down. And that's not okay. Because one thing that I've learned in this life is all skin folk ain't kinfolk. We spend so much time blaming the natives, the Africans, the YT, this. Nah, how about we blame ourselves? Because you see, when I go outside, I'm not looking and ducking and dodging the YTs. I'm not looking and ducking and dodging the natives. I'm not looking and ducking and dodging the Africans. I'm looking and ducking and dodging my own people. So I'm not about to spend all my time arguing with these people on TikTok. Because down to the very fact of the matter, at the end of the day, when Chief Yasa needs something, or Chief Yasin is trying to make improvements, or when Chief Yasin's finally making progress, it's my own people who dookie on me, push me down, spit on me. My own people. So no, I'm not about to sit here and argue with these people. No, I argue with you, kinfolk. Get your stuff together. I'm holding you accountable. You responsible. Not these people. Welcome to that cookout.
We not from Africa, we are natives. It's our land, we all know about the slave ships. We're not from Africa, we indigenous. I need you to listen, I need you to be getting this. We not black, we not black. Know your story, family history, the stats. We not black, that's a curse. Let's put this curse to rest and be blessed, yes.
Native Americans have a large literature. They have libraries full of literature on their culture, spirituality, sociology, way of life. Native Americans left a record of their civilization. You can read and study Native American civilization. The American African, although it was illegal for us to learn, although it was illegal for us to learn how to read, we left a vast literature of our experience in America. You can read our own words from the 17th century. You can read our own words from the 18th century. You can read our own words from the 19th century. You can read our own words from the 20th century. We have a vast catalog of literature. So let me say this to the pretendians. Y'all were here before we got here. Which I agree with. What I disagree with is when you say you didn't come from Africa. So please produce the literature of the pretendian nation. Show me the authentic literature of the pretendian people where they say they did not come from Africa. Can I please see that? Can I please see this large repository of pretendian literature that says they claimed they didn't come from Africa? Ain't nobody show me that yet. I ain't seen a piece of literature from a pretendian yet. Original manuscript from ancient America where black people claim they didn't come from Africa. Where is the pretendian literature? Where is the pretendian literature? Where is the pretendian literature? Pretend Indian, pretendian. Pretend Indian, pretendian. Pretend Indian, pretendian. Where is the literature, the ancient literature of the pretendian people?
I am not an African. I am a Black American. What that means is that my entire family has come from America. I am the descendant of people that were slaves.
We're African people racially. Ethnically, we are a different group. Ethnically, we're foundational Black Americans. I acknowledge my African racial inherent DNA and the connection I have with other African descended people globally. We have a connection as far as intrinsic race and biology. So I acknowledge that. No problem with that. When I travel to Africa or any other place where there are black people, I see a commonality with that.
Africans equate degrees with success. They'll come over here bragging about how many degrees they have while their homelands are in turmoil. 1,000 Africans can get a degree today and their homeland will still be in poverty. Who cares about your degree? Do something about your country. They think a degree can supplement public perception. No, the world's still going to disrespect you because you're African. You can have 1,000 degrees, man, and nobody's going to care. They're looking at your homeland. They're looking at how you handle business at home. And you're not handling business at home, so nobody respects your degrees like that. What's the point of a degree if you're just going to use it to help white people? What's the point of a degree if you're just going to aid white corporations, if you're not building nothing yourself? Black Americans get respect around the world because we put in work. You got to earn respect. It's not given.
When you hear Black history, we're not talking about anyone from Africa. We're not talking about anyone from the Caribbean islands. We are talking about foundational Black Americans. That's our history you about to learn and be reminded of. This is the 100th year anniversary of Black History Month. And I hear a lot of divisive language on this app, and I've talked about a lot of different topics on my page. One thing I want to know, and I want to hear from you guys because you love to talk about it so much, is who is Black History Month honoring? It's not honoring no one from the Caribbean islands or Africa or Great Britain. It's us. When you hear Black history, we're not talking about anyone from Africa. We're not talking about anyone from the Caribbean islands. We are talking about foundational Black Americans. That's our history you about to learn and be reminded of. This is the 100th year anniversary of Black History Month. And I hear a lot of divisive language on this app, and I've talked about a lot of different topics on.
And as a matter of fact, we no longer go by African American.
See, me personally, I've never went by African American. I've always went by I'm a Black American. I've never been to Africa. I don't want to be African. I'm a Black man, native to America. Never lived in Africa. Matter of fact, you can go back 3-4 generations of my ancestors. They didn't live in Africa. They did help build this country, and they are proud Americans, and as am I. So when somebody calls me an African American, I tell them to kick rocks with flip-flops. I'm more proud to be American than I am to be Black. See, because my lineage and my history with this country is nothing but progress. Africa's lineage is, well, $2 a day, which equates to 5 cents per person, and malaria. Tell me I'm wrong.
Black Americans aren't racist against anyone. There's not a plurality of Black Americans that agree that one ethnicity or race is less than. But everyone is racist against Black Americans. Asians, East Asians, South Asians, obviously white people, Europeans, Australians, Arabs of the Middle East or even Northern Africa, Native Americans, Africans. Africans have found a way to be racist against Black Americans, Latin Americans, Dominicans. Why is everyone obsessed with you people? It is so disconcerting. It makes absolutely no sense to me. They steal everything from you. Your language, your music, your style, your food, and then they say none of that exists. That you are a people without a culture. Oh, there must be something real special about you guys if you have the entire world on your ass for nothing. Everyone has a notion of what a Black American is or does. They think they know. Most of these people haven't even met a Black American person in their life. As an Ethiopian American, I've had to work to untangle my identity as an Ethiopian from the real life lived experiences and heritage of foundational Black Americans, because there is a difference. And the more I untangle, the more I just realize how preoccupied the globe is with Black American people. Not me. I'm an Ethiopian American. I'm talking about the descendants of freedmen, the foundational Black Americans, the Solani people, whatever you want to call them.
They only speak English over in America. Let that sink in. That's our language. What's wrong with that? Everybody don't talk like. Nobody don't do that. Like, what y'all think? Click. Woo, woo, woo. That's all y'all saying. Like, who cares about language? I don't care about what you speak. You can speak 100 languages, but I don't live in impoverished areas like y'all do. And I got likes. The only thing I can give y'all don't have, only 1% of y'all open defecate in y'all country. I give y'all that. But y'all finna have a big open defecation problem soon though out there.
What is African culture? You wash your kid's head in cow pee. You know, I see a lot of Africans, they bend their head under cows and let cows piss on their head. Y'all don't even live past 35. The oldest African in Africa right now is probably 42. How many countries in Africa? 107? Not one of them are ran by Africans. The smartest person in Africa lives in Burkina Faso. Y'all don't have a culture. White people told y'all what y'all culture is.
What is the culture? Bro, let me educate you. Every culture starts from a language, a tribe. Every tribe have a language. What is it? Apart from English, what other language do Americans speak? The black Americans. The Mexicans in America speak Spanish. They have something they speak outside English. The Asians, the Chinese, everybody speak their language outside English. What do you speak? What is the trace of your culture you're talking about? What is American culture? I want to know, what is the black American culture? I keep hearing this culture. Bro, the black Americans are the culture, maybe baby mama culture, you know, baby single women having 3 kids. That's probably their culture. Or the numbers of the highest incarcerated black young men in America. That's their culture. I don't know. Is it the pim culture? The gang banging culture? Is that the culture? Bro, the black American culture is about wearing, let's say, wearing the Nikes, wearing they want to be on the trend game, you know? These are the culture. But I don't know why the black Americans feel like they should be the center of black people around the world, or they should be the face of black people around the world. Why? Bro, you can have your face. See, you don't even have to declare yourself that you are not African, you are not African American. Bro, nobody give a flying damn about what you think about yourself. That's your own opinion and your own mentality, your own narrative of everything, how you are. That nobody cares. But bringing all your fights about Africa, bro, I don't get it. You talk about culture every time. What is the culture? I want to know. Genuinely, I'm asking. The hip hop. You want to say the hip hop? The music is your culture. I don't get it. Eminem is not black, but he do more hip hop probably than the black Americans.
Why are you not African? You're just only American?
Yeah, I'm American.
Okay, explain.
So my most recent descendants are literally from Central America and North America, indigenous black Americans. They have the same color, the same melanin content, but they are not from Africa. I can't name any country in Africa. What I'm saying is that if I take a test right now, I could say some Italian, some German, some Australian up in there, 13% Ghanaian, 19% Nigerian, like who knows and who cares? But what I'm saying is that my immediate ancestors are American.
Oh, yeah.
Mine.
Are they black?
They're black, but they're not African. So different. The whole thing about African booty scratchers, and even why black Americans have been called African booty scratchers, is because the white people have classified us all as coming from Africa because we're all black. And that's where the whole falsified information has come, where we all come from the Atlantic slave trade and all the black people were just shipped here to this country and all over. That's not true. We were already here. We were already here lining up every part of the world.
But if what you're saying is true, then you are more Hispanic or Asian than you are black, because before the transatlantic slave trade, there was what they call Paleo Indian, which those individuals.
No, and once again, you're misinformed, and that's that's nice.
I'm not saying that's the only people that were here, but they have Paleo Indians, which the Aztec came from, which the Aztec, the Inca, those tribes came from what is called Asia to some extent.
What I'm saying is that with the transatlantic Atlantic slave trade, you've been misinformed to think that there were only, paleo, white colored Indians essentially that were here. That's not true. There were black people here, or as people say, the Moors or whatever you want to call it. There were black people here indigenously, like they were across the whole across the whole world.
Another day of me pointing out the hypocrisy that is Africans. You'll ask Africans and they'll say black people have no culture, right? But if you look at all the all the African artists, right, especially the male, you see Atlanta. You see New York, literally. If you look at Burna Boy, you can see somebody who literally blueprint copied Future. His whole entire thing is Future. You look at Davido, he is literally, whole brand is an identity of Atlanta. Literally. You look at Rema, whichever way you pronounce it, Travis Scott. That's a Travis Scott, Playboy Cardi ripoff. Okay, you look at Asake. Asake is almost every single, I would even say Asake is more even Travis Scott or more of Lil Uzi, like all of them. They have no originality, but they swear black people have no culture. So where'd you get that? What African have you seen in your history books or in your culture that be rocking like that? That gave you that idea? Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
We don't get along with the Africans, and they don't get along with us. They've been taught to hate us and dislike us and think we're a fool, and we've been taught we don't like their attitude. They act like they're superior, because we're walking around talking about we are African Americans. We're not African Americans. We are American Africans. This is how African look that's been indoctrinated with all the nonsense of America. This is how an African looks when they have been robbed of their God, their politics, and their principles. We are a result. This is what it looks like.
African Americans are better than Africans in any sense of the word. We walk better, we talk better, we dress better. We're more influential. We're one of the most influential groups on the planet, the most impactful groups on the planet. Everybody around here doing hip hop and R&B, but I hardly know anything about Africa. Okay, I don't know many African celebrities besides the ones that come here and make it big. But yes, we do everything better. We're just the greatest. Okay? You couldn't compare, alright? I don't know. Listen, what do you guys eat? What do you guys speak over there in the African countries? I want to know more. I want to learn, man. Because obviously I'm from there, but I'm not from my country, which is America, so let me know.
They're still intrigued at us delineating. They're not used to it. We've always been taught that we are lost people from the motherland of Africa, that we really don't belong in this country. We belong in Africa, in some kind of country in Africa that really doesn't exist. When we left, that country doesn't exist anymore. It's been chopped up and renamed, and we've always believed that. We've always had a cultural disdain for America, and I don't think we should have. It's not America that's the issue. It's the system of white supremacy that's the issue. So we've always rejected the concept of being American, of being from here. And a lot of that has been taught and bred to us, that we shouldn't even acknowledge that we're from here. We should acknowledge our homeland, Africa. And I think that was the wrong move, because when you understand that you are from here, this is why a lot of people are starting to resonate, and we're getting more on code now, and we're pushing the needle farther ahead than we ever have before.
What do Aboriginal people think of African black people?
Oh, they love them.
Yeah?
Yes,
Tell them.
absolutely. We love the Africans up here.
Same color. I like that. Real good. Yeah?
Yeah. We love all the African people.
Yes?
Yeah. Same blood and same colors.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Because they are so open.
Yeah.
And they are not afraid to speak their mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
They open up to themselves. And they learn a bit about our culture. And we learn a bit about them.
Yeah.
It's good.
So when you see someone like me, what goes through your mind?
We're all the same.
We're all the same.
I feel like you're our brothers and sisters.
Y'all, I don't know if it's just me, but I really feel like this FBA delineation is more spiritual than we think it is. And it's not just, it's the awakening of the dry bones. It really is. It's not just trying to be separate and whatever people think it is on the surface. I really think it's a proof, it's a showing, it's an outer expression of an inward recognition of being different. Of like, wait a minute, wait. Like, I'm not that. Like, I am something different. And this whole, like, us, we're not African. It's not a rebellion against having any African ancestry. It's like, no, I'm different. Like, I'm waking up to my true identity, which I don't even know what it is yet, but there's something in me that is telling me that I'm set apart. Like, there's something in me that's communicating to me who I am, and I haven't necessarily fully deciphered the message yet, but it's something that's coming through and communicating to me that I'm different. And it sounds crazy, right? Because how are you gonna say you're African American for decades or whatever, however long that was, and then all of a sudden you're not African and you standing on it, right? It sounds crazy. It looks crazy, but okay, we like, and like, well, like, it is what it is now. Like, and everybody's standing on that we not African. Everybody's not even done the research or whatever to be like, no, we Afro-Indigenous. Like, some people are not even coming at it from that angle. They just feel like we just feel different. I don't feel African. I don't relate. Like, it's just, I feel like we're of a different people. And so when they standing on this lineage, it's deeper than just, I'm American. Like, they don't even realize. I'm saying they, because I'm talking about the ones who are doing it unconsciously, that haven't come to the knowledge of us being Judah. They don't even realize that they standing on lineage that's way deeper than they think it is. Like, this standing on lineage business, like, you standing on King David, the first righteous king of Israel, after God's own heart. Like, you standing on that business. You standing on King Solomon, the richest, wisest man that ever lived. You standing on that business of the Messiah, right? And everybody else that came out of Judah, fam. Till present day, all the inventions, all the entertainers, the orators, philosophers, athletes, everything that we done gave the world, like, is deeper than that. It goes from the beginning of time till now, or from Judah till now. The scepter shall not depart from Judah. Like, you standing on that lineage, whether you know it or not. Like, this is deeper than just some reactive, well, we not African, we American, like, leave us alone. It's like, God is in the details of everything happening right now. I'm gonna do a deeper video on this, but it's so much deeper than just some surface level delineation. And then you have Tucker Carlson arguing or challenging the guy about the DNA test for the Rep3s. Yo, like, it's happening. It's so crazy. Like, it's so crazy. So much is happening, but y'all have a blessed one. I'm going to do a video on this for sure. All right, y'all. Peace.
Do not fall for the FBA trap. And what do I mean by that? What I'm talking about is that there are big moves happening on the African continent right now. And we need to understand that global black unity is the most important thing on the planet right now. There's immense amounts of hostility towards black Americans and towards African people as a whole because of the propaganda machine being put out by the white power structure. And one thing I'm seeing on the side of the FBA is that, because there's, some negative comments from Africans, they want wanted to delineate from us. They thought they were better than us, that we should now delineate from them because we're getting a little bit of a leg up in society now. And the thing I have to say about that is every single African group has been disrespected by another African group. And the reason for that is because of white supremacy and propaganda. What they want to do is divide and conquer. We have Captain Ibrahim Traore making big moves in Burkina Faso. We have Assimi Goïta making big moves in Mali right now. Global black unity is going to be very important because what Africa is doing to the European Union and what they're doing to the United States of America is going to directly affect African Americans inside the United States. If they're taking back minerals, if they're preserving their culture, if they're preserving black unity and they're kicking white people out, then the hostility is only going to get bigger for us in America. And do you think it's better to side with the white Americans because we have some sort of, I guess, stake in American culture, an idea that doesn't even really exist? We are from Africa at the end of the day. And I know there was a lot of people who disagreed with my last video, but at the end of the day, Africans need to unite globally because the future is African. The future isn't white. The future isn't African American. The future is African at the end of the day. And at the end of the day, I also do believe this. They say, well, Africans don't claim us, right? Africans are African. They don't need to claim us. We need to claim Africans, which is something that we have been taught not to do for the past 500 years since we got off those slave ships. You get off a slave ship 50 years later, new Africans get off the slave ship. Oh, we're better than them. They're savages. They're this, they're that. You know, all this nonsense, man. And in my personal opinion, we as a collective need to understand what was done to our psyche as a people, and taking that out on African people is going to do absolutely nothing for you. When the African population rises up and when African dominance starts to dominate the world in the future, when we start using our own natural resources and putting them in our banks and making money for ourselves without influence from the Europeans, then what are we going to be doing? We still going to be stomping on Africans? We still going to be saying that Africans are not important? We should delineate from them? The white man is falling. You don't want to be on the wrong side of history. That's just my little PSA to my people in America. Come on, man. It's time to wake up. Black unity is the only thing that's going to win. Anything else is just tribal bullshit. Nobody needs to be dealing with that, man. Come on, wake up.
Hi, so someone brought it to my attention. You know, I'm going to strengthen my argument for you FBA folk. So if you are not African black, then stop saying that you are foundational to those who built America, who helped build America. Because enslaved Africans, the African black people of African ancestry, are the ones that built America, helped build America. So if you are not a part of that group of enslaved African people and you are not of African black ancestry, then I don't know what you are, but stop calling yourself African American. Stop claiming that you built America because you are not a part of that group of people. Thank you.
What's good, family? How y'all doing, man? Look, I want to address one of these claims that I'm always hearing from my brothers and sisters in America. They love to say that Africans call us cicadas, right? And I want to address this because the people that are saying that, you can tell that they never traveled to Africa. Because in Africa, they speak different languages. No one speaks the same language. So you have all these different tribes with different dialects. So when I'm here in Ghana and I say the word Akata, they have no idea what that word means. When you go to the Ga people, or the tree speaking people, or the people that speak Fra, and you ask them what does the word Akata means, they have no idea what it means. So for you to use that word loosely and say that all Africans call us Akatas, that lets me know that you don't travel. Only Nigerians use that word, not all Africans. So when you make a bold statement and broad it out like that and say all Africans call us that, I can tell that you don't travel and you don't know Africa. So stop saying that, family. because Akata is not a word that all Africans use. Only Nigerians do that. The other tribes, they have no idea what that word means. Peace.
Do you agree with the term Akata being used in a way to disrespect in a harmful way?
So many things happened with that word. It was a movie with Wesley Snipes, I believe, that poisoned that word. Because when he said something in Yoruba language and the guy asked him, what did he mean? He translated to him and said,
A cotton picker. Yeah.
It won't work. We can't work with Akata. Akata. What is this Akata shit? Like American? Oh shit. Cotton picker.
If you go to any of the West African countries, especially Ghana, in the Ewe language of Ghana, your name is the black white man. If you have lived among the whites and you are from a Western country, yes, you wear the same skin color, but we know that if we interact, we have to learn how do we interact with this person.
And on another note, I am so happy, beyond ridiculously happy, that whole FBA movement is finally dead. That thing don't be on my FYP anymore. You can't even find them in the live anymore. Thank you, Jesus.
Recently, ABC News put out a segment, a Black History segment, specifically highlighting foundational Black Americans and their contributions to America. And this is important because this is the first time that foundational Black Americans are not bunched in with other groups of people sharing our culture, our history, and our achievements. Oftentimes we're lumped in with Africans and Caribbeans, and we had to share Black History Month with them, knowing that Black History Month only predominantly pertains to Black Americans and their contributions to America. The video even goes as far as highlighting that majority of the melanated people or dark-skinned people here in America are not from Africa like predominantly mainstream media likes to promote. Man, y'all check this shit out.
And she joins me now. Teresa, hey, thank you so much for your time. But I was curious, what inspired you to make videos spotlighting foundational Black Americans?
Alex, this goes back a few years ago when I was in kindergarten, and it was my first Columbus Day in school, and I was very excited. I sat there and I was allowed to share something. And what I told the class was that my father said that Columbus did not discover America because people were already here. And I don't remember what happened. That was quite a while ago. But I do remember feeling that his story may not be accurate or true.
But instead of leaving this historical video up on ABC's news platform and YouTube, they decided to take it down due to a legal procedure that I like to call player hating. Nah, I don't know who called the shots for ABC News, but whoever it is, they need to get that player hating out their blood, dog. It's not good for you. Anyways, y'all boys know what it is. Stay up top, man.